one. Coach Rob here, and I hope that you are doing excellent. I had a great question from one of my clients, one of our Facebook group members, about how tight should your belt be, okay? How tight should your belt be? It's a very good question, actually. And I'm going to break it down into two different things, okay? I'm going to break it down into the squat and the deadlift because they're not the same. So let me explain. First and foremost, you can use any belt. I love my SBD lever, so I'm going to talk about belts, and I'm going to use this belt, okay? So now let's talk about squats. What's going to make the squat tightness of the belt different than the deadlift tightness of the belt, all right? But first and foremost, the belt should be tight enough so that you've got a little bit of room, okay, but not too much. And this can apply to both the squat and the deadlift. Hi, Bella, okay? But I'm going to talk squats first. The difference with the squat versus the deadlift is how deep the hips have to go, okay? This is going to matter when it comes to your belt, because if the belt is too tight, it's going to impact you at the lower part, all right? So I've got my belt now. This is pretty good, okay? I could squat with this. So the difference being, if I squat, my hips have to go low. If I deadlift, my hips have to stay high, all right? So that's going to be a big difference when it comes to the belt, all right? If you go too low, you have your belt too tight. Oh yeah. Okay, if I have my belt too tight, I feel really solid here now. However, as soon as I start to go to a squat, I'm not going to be able to expand my belly the same way, and my hips are getting jammed up. See, I can't breathe here now. I'm not in a good position. Belt's cutting me off, okay? But if I was to do a deadlift, my hips are higher. I have much more tension there. But you can see how the belt is kind of pulling my stomach in. Too tight. So what I'd like to recommend for the belt is very simple. I go one tighter on deadlifts than I do for squats, okay? I'm a little smaller now than when I usually compete, so I could probably get away with this for both of them, all right? But if I was going to squat a little heavier, I would actually want a bit more space because I want to fill my belt more with a squat, okay? So with a deadlift, the hips are high. I don't need as much air because I'm not going as deep. With squat, I'm going to take bigger air. Fill my belt. That feels good, okay? If I go too tight on the squat, it's going to cram me up, kick me forward, all right? Another thing that you can do is change belt position. I'm not going to go into this too much because that's going to be another video, but essentially with squats, I like to take that belt and push it down a little bit so the belt is kind of angled, because when I'm squatting and my chest is forward, I want to give that belt some room. If the belt is really jammed up on me, it doesn't feel as good. Now, real quick, in the deadlift, if you have a longer torso, which I do not, often people will take the belt and we're a little higher, okay? This is also going to lock your ribs in at the top, okay? I don't deadlift this way because I like to support my lumbar spine more, but I've seen and coached a lot of people who deadlift this way, okay? So we'll go ahead, quick review. A little looser on squats, a little tighter on deadlifts. Don't have it too tight. It's not what you want. And you always want to be thinking about bracing hard and filling your belt, okay? Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like, comment, share, and all of that stuff. And chat soon. Cheers.